Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. Real quick, I'll try to make this quick. I wanted to address a couple of things about the Gauntlet series. First of all, I encourage you to check out thegauntlet.tv. I'll put a link here, thegauntlet.tv, for all the Gauntlet reviews. You can follow them by item, or you can follow them by review, or however you want to. It's just a kind of a clearinghouse for. We're going to put all the Gauntlet reviews there, so make it simple for you to go and follow an item. And if we have a giveaway, sometimes some of these items will be given away. The giveaways will be on there, so you want to make sure you bookmark that site and just keep checking it out, because you never know what you might see there, right? So, but there's been some discussion in some of the comments I've had anyway about whether or not exactly how the Gauntlet's working, if it's working like it's supposed to be, or as it's intended or whatever. Let me just say right now, real quickly, the Gauntlet was created by Chris Tanner with Prepared Mind 101. It was his brainchild, and he kind of invited, I have no idea why, but he invited me to be part of it and several other channels. And the concept was, there were several reasons behind this. One was to create a group of people who could give unbiased reviews, so that we didn't keep gear. It was passed along to the next person. It would help smaller manufacturers and smaller makers that really couldn't afford to provide a lot of different channels with individual pieces of gear or knives or whatever. They could maybe afford one, and it would get a lot more exposure for them. So it helps those guys out too, the small businesses, which I'm all for that. And also it helps the viewers to be able to get different people's opinions on the same gear. Now, that was the original, the way it was stated, and there's probably some other things I'm missing. There's been a couple of exceptions to that. Workshop sent us all a workshop sharpener, so we could all get familiar with it and all that. And I had some people question that. Look, this thing is a work in progress, but the general premise of the Gauntlet is not changing. Will there be exceptions now and then? I'm sure there will be. Everything evolves, everything changes sometimes, but we're going to do our best to stick to that and to make it as helpful to you guys that are watching as possible, and also as helpful to some of the smaller manufacturers and makers to help them get more exposure for their stuff. No matter how it works, okay? There's been talk about whether we should change edges, whether you sharpen edges, whether you modify products, all that stuff. Bottom line, at the very minimum, what you're going to get in every single Gauntlet review is you're going to get multiple people's different viewpoints, people with different backgrounds and different skill sets and different ways of looking at things. You're going to get their opinion and their viewpoint on an individual item. Whether it's the same item, whether it's what is passed along, or whether it's a duplicate item that everybody's got a chance to look at. With a knife, it makes sense to pass it along because you're checking the edge. Some things really doesn't matter, like this bag here. Sure, we can all carry this thing for months and see how well it wears, but the reality is then you're looking at a 2-year process or something to get enough people to do it, and that just doesn't work. So we're gonna take each item as it comes. We're gonna do it the best we can, and we just hope you guys will bear with us, and it's a work in progress is what I'm trying to say. So, man, that was a long ramble, but I really wanted to address that. Our goal is to stick as closely as possible to the original intent of the Gauntlet, but are there going to be exceptions? Are there going to be some times where we have to modify things? Of course there are. It's a human endeavor, so none of us are perfect. That's all I'm going to say. As always, thanks for watching Survival on Purpose. Thanks for subscribing, for clicking that like button, for sharing it with your friends. I sincerely appreciate you watching those ads at the beginning or whenever they show up in the videos, and I really, really appreciate you using my Amazon links to do your shopping. It really helps support the channel, helps keep things going here, and I sincerely thank you. Once again, my name is Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival is not an accident, so be prepared. See you next time.